Hello everyone and welcome to Infinity of Nashua, where currently we have the only 2025 QX80 on display. Only one in the Northeast, that is. As I walk up, you can see the light show. It needs to be a little bit darker for it to have full effect, but you obviously saw the rear lights light up. Brand new key for the 2025 QX80. You do have rear kick motion lift gate. Absolutely gorgeous. This here is an accessory shelf. So all you have to do, button, comes undone, and you can slide it back into place, locked, you're good to go. Underneath here, small little storage compartment with the Klipsch 24 speaker sound system. This is your subwoofer, but good amount of little storage there. To close the hatch again, there you go. You can obviously use these buttons to stow it at whatever location you want. Now, obviously, you might be noticing something missing here on the rear of the vehicle. More specifically, the rear glass. That is because the rear wiper is hidden underneath the rear spoiler. It gives this a much cleaner design, and it's also going to prevent that wiper from getting a bunch of ice and snow coming down off the roof on top of the wiper, preventing it from moving and even breaking it. This is a autograph trim level, so you're going to have dark chrome accents throughout. That includes your badging, your window trim, your QX80 badges with a four-wheel drive logo, which looks absolutely amazing. Autograph, you're also going to have this beautiful script here that carries from the mirror all the way back and around the entire vehicle. So a very cool body line. And they actually hinted at this with the redesigned QX60, where you can see a very similar body line coming from here. Obviously now it has relocked itself, so maybe when I walk up it might do it. Yeah, there you go. So there is your welcome lighting again. Biggest change for the 2025, other than absolutely everything, is the addition of a 3.5 liter twin turbo VR35 engine. So 450 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque. That is 50 horsepower over the 5.6 liter and 103 pound-feet of torque over what the 5.6 had. So huge upgrade in that department. Towing capacity is 8,500 pounds. All that power is routed through the new 9-speed torque converter automatic, very similar unit to the one found in the QX60, obviously beefed up a little bit more to handle the added torque. We can take a quick peek under the hood here for those of you that are curious to see what that looks like. There you go. So essentially what they did was they took the 3-liter twin turbo V6 out of the Q50, bored it out, beefed it up, so it made it a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. So very cool, an absolute powerhouse of an engine. But the real big change is in the rear. Obviously these door handles do pop out. For those of you curious about snow and ice, they have tested this with up to 1 inch of ice and they were still able to pop out of place. Obviously if the battery is dead, there is your key location right there. Here is your Klipsch Reference Premier 24 speaker sound system, which is next level. It does have a demo mode inside, which we will go ahead and demonstrate. This is the new burgundy interior color. Here is your 64 available color ambient light system. Absolutely gorgeous. Good amount of storage here. Your adjustable side bolsters, your Klipsch individual audio. So when you're listening to the radio, these speakers do not work. However, if you are in navigation, if you are on a phone call, this is your individual audio. So that means the sound system never stops playing. So if you are on a road trip and you get a phone call, the audio doesn't stop. Instead, your phone audio just comes through the individual headrests. Absolutely brilliant. But you might be wondering, well, what happens if you're jamming out? Wouldn't the person on the other end of the call hear you or hear the music? No. So what Klipsch did, and it is absolutely genius, is obviously the audio system knows what tones it is playing. So it is able to tune out the music for the call audio in the microphone. It uses essentially electronic sound insulation to know what tones the audio system is playing and tunes them out for the person on the other end of the call. So they have no idea that you're listening to music. They can't hear any background conversation. It is absolutely brilliant. Well, go ahead, hop inside. Absolutely gorgeous, full digital display. Go ahead, start it up. So, if you're ever wondering if there's a place for the key, that is right there. Also in here is your cool box. So this is a refrigerated cooler for drinks and such like that. All it needs to happen, engine needs to be running, the air conditioner needs to be on. It doesn't have to be set to low or anything like that. It could be 90 degrees as long as the AC is activated. Push the switch and it activates the cool box. Very, very cool feature there. In here is your wireless phone charger, slides right into place here. You also have two USB-C chargers. There is a total of 8 in the car, either 6 or 8. I'm very tossed on the exact number. 2 cup holders, of course, here. Go ahead, start dropping the fan speed. You do have all your front controls here. Your rear controls. Second row seats are heated, cooled, and massaging. We're going to take a step back there in a short amount of time. Turn the seat cooler off of the passenger seat. Obviously, heated steering wheel, massaging seats, everything you'll ever need. Here is your main button for air suspension. Turns the auto ride height on and off. How the suspension adjusts, all 4 doors have to be closed, engine has to be on. Then when you are in drive, it will raise up. In park, that's when it drops into access mode if you have that activated. All your drive modes, this is a touchscreen, but you do have to press a little bit harder. Once you get that haptic feedback, it makes your selection. Sensory and autograph are standard 4-wheel drive. Pure and Lux do have our standard rear drive with optional 4-wheel drive. All the ones we're going to get here are 4-wheel drive. So you have your all-wheel drive auto and 4-high there. Personal, eco, sport, tow, snow, and standard. Here is your selection for access ride height. Traction control buttons are all right there. Now we move to the brand new full digital instrument cluster, which I was a little hesitant for, not anymore. This is obviously touchscreen. Press that to get all your different apps. You have demo mode, interior light, so you can go into here, colored ambient, turn on the front and rear, so you can have it set to ProPilot Assist mode. So whatever your ProPilot Assist is set to is the color that it's going to be. So cruise control is white. ProPilot version 1 with hands on is green, and full hands-free is blue. You do have, if you are kind of tossed on what kind of color vibes you want, you can do spring and you can kind of choose different colors based on that. So each season has essentially colors based on that. However, you can just go and select all different kinds of colors here. So go back to here. To download a bunch of different apps, you have your Google Play Store. Obviously, Amazon Alexa built in. Standard on the Autograph is a front and rear dash camera. So just click up top here if you want the rear, you want the front, have all that right there. You do also have an interior camera where you can see me talking and everything like that. And if you're on the road, let's say everybody's happy, having a good time, you can take a photo and it saves to the car. Takes a photo, saves it right to the car. So pretty darn cool little feature to say the least. If there is an airbag deployment, it saves the previous 30 seconds of the dash camera. So very, very cool system there. We can go ahead. Here is your navigation, of course. So very, very cool. Let's see it inside. Sometimes Google doesn't work just because of reception. Show me food nearby.
All right, there's Red Arrow Diner 0.3 miles away. Want to navigate there?
Cancel. So very, very responsive. That is a huge, huge thing for me, is if you're gonna have voice activation, please make it responsive. Your home screen here. Very, very cool. And then you can go into your apps. Let's go, actually, because this is pre-pro, sometimes it gets a little finicky. So we'll go into General, Sound and Beeps, Sound. We'll go all the way to DJX 3D Surround. All right, so now we will go into demo mode, Klipsch audio experience. This is a piece of music designed for this sound system, so we'll go ahead and try this out. Absolutely amazing sound system, to say the very least. All right, so go back into settings here, home. Last but not least, I want to show the cameras. Obviously, you do have a full 3D camera. Absolutely awesome. You do have your hood view, so if you move forward at least a car length, it's going to map what's underneath the car. But let's do this, and then if you want, you press that and it goes across the entire screen. Absolutely awesome. Before I shut the car off, I do want to hop into the back seat and show you so in the back seat you have this new infotainment touchscreen. Press that. There you go. So you can control all your climate from this screen here. Hit home, heated ventilated seats. You control all of that through here. Now, you do have hard buttons here. The logic behind this was if somebody was in a car seat or just had trouble reaching to adjust the seat down here or here, they can just do everything from here. So you can adjust your seat forward, back. That is your lumbar, so let's do. So everything can be done like that. You can control left, right, your seat adjustments, seat massage, so you can turn that on and off here. Obviously, cup holders, 2 more USB, so I want to say it's 6 because there's 2 more here. and obviously the panoramic moonroof. You do also have biometric cooling, so it's going to recognize if one person is hotter than the rest. There's three main, oh, my massage is still on. It's going to recognize three main zones: from passenger seat, driver's seat, rear seats. So if they notice the rear seat passengers are hotter, they'll recognize your facial temperature. It will increase your fan speed to cool you off. Very, very cool. Autograph comes with a suede headliner. My seat, I'm not sure if that's still adjusting or whatever, but there we go. So we are inside. I definitely want to shut this off. But all in all, just absolutely gorgeous. You do have virtual rear view mirror, which obviously the car has to be on for, but very, very cool. Night and day difference between the previous gen and this one. And then obviously, because I had it set to access ride height, it went ahead and sat itself down because the engine was on. Now, just absolutely blown away by this car and how impressive it really is. Absolute night and day difference between the previous gen, and it drives like a completely different vehicle. So thank you all so much for taking a tour of the 2025 QX80 with us. We will have some start to end up for sale in our showroom in the coming month. Obviously, by the time you're watching this, we might actually have some. So check our website in the description box below for our current inventory and make one of those your own.